Welcome to HMods. Once again, we're working on project Jetsetter, and it is a very sunny day out, so we can finally do what I've been wanting to do. I'm HMods.
Husband, in honor of our marriage, I give you a regiment of battle mechs and the means to support them in perpetuity.
My love, in honor of our marriage, I give you a vast prize. The Capellan Confederation.
Alright, assholes, it's your old pal Hobbs. Here to tell you about Shadow of the Alliance. Follow the journey of Mateo Bjerregaard, a young mech warrior in the service of the Taurian Concordat. In the wake of the Steiner-Davion wedding, Laconis III has just been invaded by Davion forces hoping to bang on Maximilian Liao's back door. Bjerregaard must fight to save his team, the woman he loves, and his people. Want to get in on it? You can! Donate bits to become a character in the book and help save Laconis III. Every bit helps this book become better and better looking to Catalyst because the goal is to make enough to commission artwork, including a cover and artist drawings inside, like the old days. Be a part of the legend of the Laconis Wolverines. Donate today. It will go to a good cause.
Okay, so got a lot done last week, not the least of which was finally Oh, that was so scary. I've broken one of these before using the angle grinder. Okay, so did a lot last week, not the least of which was finally taking this bit apart. So now that it is finally apart, we can finally take it outside and get painted. And then we can finally just start putting stuff together. A lot of stuff is ready to go. Some stuff that I did off cam. But the bulk of this stuff needs to get cleaned and painted, and it has to happen today. So without any further ado, let's go paint. That's pretty much what the cut's going to be like.
Okay, so I was a little bit wrong. It's really windy, but it's nice out. This is the problem with living in Wisconsin. I never have predictable weather. Those 4 pieces are the pieces we have to get done right now in order for me to continue doing what I was just doing downstairs. See? Fuck! Cool. Let's go. So as you can see, we have finally, it took a while because the wind, but we have everything painted, ready to be put back together, ready to power cycle the system. Let's freaking do this. First thing I actually need to do is work on the power supply shroud and then the right panel and then the fan grill, because that's going on top. I have everything fitted. That was fun. I've got everything fitted. I just need to drill holes for all the rivets and stuff, which is gonna, this is gonna be so cool. Look at that!
Oh, would you look at that?
Look at that! It's just, oh god, it's so cool. Okay, so you'll see that I have already drilled all the holes. That took a while to match it all up. I basically had to do it in layers. So I had to, oh, this is another thing. I made these. These are like supports And these will bolster it a little bit, add a little bit more structural integrity. And they're also steel, so it's magnetic, which is what I like to do so that it'll go up on the top panel, it won't move. Because riveting it to the case is a no-go. I don't want to do that. These are going to go like that. And it'll go on top of everything. It's going to have a nice contrast and it'll add some more structural integrity. So I had to start drilling this. Then I had to put it on top of this, drill those holes. Then I had to put that on top of that and drill those holes. There's a way to do these things. And these are just the ways that I've come up with that work. I'm sure you can find a way to do it, but it's going to be wrong because I'm awesome. I've got some serious plans for this. This is going to be fun. But I can do this. I need to get that panel done first so it can go in here. Then I've got to glue it in, then drill the holes because I have to do the clamshells still. So I can do those too. I can do those today as well. Oh, so much to do. Hopefully I can get this in time. Okay. Quickly. This I gotta paint, I gotta do the brush steel. Look, holy shit. She scared the crap out of me.
What's going on?
Building.
Okay. May I?
Yes. She's showing me her butt. So another thing I have to do is once this is all together, I have to adhere to this. But first I have to make it so that this panel, so that it's sized correctly for the panel itself. But okay, so now, not that way. So I don't need to be too kind to this. I just need to put some drops in. I need to put some drops in there and then do stuff. Okay. Flipping quickly. Yeah, we finally get to start riveting with these things. I had to order these special because you cannot get these in your usual hardware store. These are copper pop rivets. That'll go in. I'm gonna make it go in. Reminds me of a submachine gun. Every time I use this, I'm happy. Yep, I gotta widen the holes a little bit. Okay. That's in. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. It looks so cool. Okay. I f***ed up. Fuck. Oh, I f***ed up. I love this part. It's weird. It sort of pops to the left. I don't understand why it does that. God damn it, I did it again! Ah! Damn it! Oh. Okay, you know what? F it. Since this is gonna be covering, I'm f***ing using the angle grinder. Good! Hopefully that was enough. Okay. Doing it right this time. For fuck's sakes. Okay. Now, gotta make sure it's the right one because these are different. Oh, okay. There we go. So what I have done, really quick, is I took the USB and I screwed it into the bottom of the chassis. The screws are black, but I'm not really worried about it. It looks so fucking cool. It's all flush now. This panel can just come right off. It's not like attached to it or anything. This is not going anywhere. And I made sure to space it for the fan bracket. And also what I did was I drilled the holes for that, and I'm just going to use some screws to get it on there. And the cool thing about the way I build these is once I discovered that the top panel can pretty much stay off throughout the process, it got really, really easy. So I'm going to take this, and like I said, I've already spaced it for the fan baffle. It's just going to go right here. So that's going to go in now. And thanks to my friend Minx, who made this for me, by the way, awesome. It's this way. So thanks to my friend Minx, she put heat inserts into these, so I don't need it to be anywhere special. I can just mount the bracket, put the fans on, screw them into the thing, and Bob's your uncle. So now what we're going to do is take some of these machine screws and screw it right from the bottom. Yeah, I can do this. Okay, screwing from the bottom. What am I doing? I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. You know, I don't know how much. I think I anticipated like 2 hours to put the case together. I've probably already been at it for like an hour and a half because of all the drilling and the readjusting and things like that. It happens, you know. Looks pretty decent. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm removing the two top screws here because I'm going to put, I think I'll put 2 washers in between. Something that I remember last time from Venom, last time I made a floating bracket like this, is that it slung just a little bit downward from the weight of the fans. So putting these washers in will raise it up just enough. That looks fucking amazing right there. Oh! I love it when it goes right. Can't wait to put the feet on. I'm going to do something special for the feet too. Okay, so we can now put this in. And the USB is in. Once again, we are using reverse thermal right. These are the reverse TL112 QRWs. So these are the reverse white. And I'm really happy that I went with white because it has a nice contrast to what's going on. And finally, they're daisy chainable. Took them long enough. Get in the hole! Get in the hole! There we go. Oh, that looks good. So what I'm doing is I've painted these with some contrast, with some Citadel contrast. This is Black Templar, and then I'm going to etch this so that the copper comes through. Okay, so I don't have the mic on, which is fine because you're going to have to sit through the long night where we finish this freaking thing. I did a few things off cam. I'm going to share the rest of it with you. Enjoy the music. Let's get this going. Let's do it slowly so I can get used to it. Yep. This is going to be difficult.
Like
It's weeks later after I filmed all this stuff, and I completely forgot that I didn't film the end of the build process. So, without any further ado, because there's been a lot of do's over the past several weeks, it's time now for, it's done, so it's time now for the big reveal. Let's do this. I'm wired. It's 6:05 right now. I've been up since 6:10 a.m. and just working. Well, I had to deliver the boy to school, but I was working on this past 7:30. 9 hours straight, just getting this done. Just getting this baby done. Holy living fuck. I'm proud. Let me walk you what we've done. So, we took a 2003 generic, aftermarket case, and we modded the hell out of it. It used to be unfinished sheet metal. Now it is just beautiful. Just the brushed steel look, the faded, sort of the faded brushed steel look, combined with the brass, combined with the copper. I put some copper pipe underneath for the feet, and I used this really cool, I follow this dude on YouTube. You guys probably do too. He's one of the... And then there's stuff going on, and he's just like... And then there's stuff going on over here. This guy does serious, cool industrial hacks where he drilled a hole in a pipe and then used a magnet to drag the screw over. So the screws are actually inside the pipe. This is not going through it or anything like that. They're just inside. The grill is done, and as you can see, it is doing the job. I fucking love this. Yes. We took a sheet of the brass aluminum looking sheet stuff, 2 sheets of that, and then put some of this church cross screen in between it to make a nice grill. And then I deviated from my plan. I was going to use two 140s. I instead went with a 120 because the 140, a lot of the fan blade would be blocked off, and I didn't like that. The 120 is doing the job, and also there's nothing above the power supply fan creating static pressure. So just the 120 is fine. Power supply is, exhausting air the way it should anyway. So I didn't need another fan because it's drawing all the air that it would be getting. Super fucking cool. I also got from Menards this antiqued copper knobs because I don't know about you, but I hate having to frickin' slide my fucking hand across the thing. So now all I gotta do is, that's it. And look at that. Look at it.
Oh, would you look at that?
You can just pull that off now. And so the Thermalright fans are doing the job. I love the hub. I love the fact that all their lights are daisy chainable like the Lee & Lees that I had. And also, apart from syncing it up with the motherboard or Oro Crate or whatever the f you want to use, this also has a remote. So he's just going to be having a ball with this. And so I have it on the orange because that's how I wanted it. He can change this whatever the fuck. I don't care. I'm just so goddamn happy with this. And the speaker works. It's great. I actually had to wire the front panel LEDs myself. I haven't ever done that, and I have to thank my my aunt-in-law, who let me have a bunch of LEDs. And so thankfully, I had that cool red blinking one, and I'm happy as hell that that's doing that. And then also for the hard drive light, I switched it out for like this sort of faded white. And God damn it, I love this thing. Oh man, as with every fucking build, I'm just like Doctor Who, like I don't want it to go. I don't know if you noticed it in, maybe it's this video or the last week's video, but I actually had to cut a fair amount off because I discovered that the sort of, the well, the fans kind of got in the way of that and I hadn't figured that in. So I cut it off. And as I like to sort of stand it up, I reused this metal because this is what came off the power supply shroud and Yeah. I can't stop looking at it. Oh, and I have to leave this thing, and then this thing has to leave the house. At any rate, everything in this thing looks good, works good. It's a beautiful machine. I say this all the time. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna top this. See you later.